For me, travel, personally for me, travel is way more. Is completely adapting to the lifestyle, learning language, learning phrases, getting into the habits of people, how they live, what they do. Like, I was always curious what people in certain places, in certain countries, what do they do when they wake up? Where do they go? What they eat? How are they taught? Like, everything, literally everything. So since I was 13, I remember I wasn't really interested in a lot of things. Not even like sports, not even boys. School was okay, like I loved my friends and I really wanted to always go out and do things, but my mind was always drifting to travels. I always wanted to see places and go basically everywhere. So since I was, well, I can't quite remember when did I start traveling, but my first big travels by myself, they happened 6 years ago. But 5 years ago I completely left home. Like, I moved out, I just left, and I didn't have anything. Like, I didn't know the language, I didn't have a job, I didn't have money, and I really wanted to just get out there and try things and live life. As scary as it is and as beautiful as it can be, I just wanted to get out there and do things. I don't think I'm going to be really good with talking to camera or like this, especially since I'm not using English every day, but I'll give my best. I don't really feel good today. Just pointless. I feel like everything is pointless, and I'm not even sad. I'm just thinking about stuff, or I'm not thinking at all. I've done some things in the backyard, so we planted some tomatoes and cherry tomatoes and some just different species of flowers, and then what's the name, parsley and basil and dill. So I hope that will grow. I think I'm becoming like a proper housewife, almost there. Yeah, I thought talking to camera is going to be easier, but it's different because of course, we used to have another person that replies to us, but now I'm like, yeah, blank space. At the end of 2019, I went to Jordan, and that was a decision that I made really spontaneously. I wasn't even sure why am I going there, but I was just happy to travel. It doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter if I'm alone or I'm with someone. I just wanted to move. I just wanted to get out there and experience stuff, experience things. So I remember I came back from Ireland. I was working there. I was living for a longer time in Ireland, and after a while I came back home and I had to sort out some things, spend some time with my parents, and I kind of knew I wanted to go back to Ireland, but at the same time I was like, I don't know if I really want to go back that fast. So in the meantime, I heard from my friend from another country, and he was telling me all about Jordan and how his friend went there and how beautiful it is, and I don't even know what. It was just really like laid back conversation, nothing special. I didn't even think about Jordan at all. After a couple of days, I remember YouTube recommended, or I don't know, it was on the site, Jordan documentary or something like that, and I was like, okay, let me see, let me check it out. I know the ancient city Petra is one of the like world, one of the 7 world wonders. I think you see it that way, right? World wonders. And I saw the documentary and I saw about Petra and Aqaba and Amman, the capital, and the lifestyle and everything basically. And I started kind of googling and reading and exploring. And I think you see it that way, right? World wonders. And I saw the documentary and I saw about Petra and Aqaba and Amman, the capital, and the lifestyle and everything basically. And I started kind of googling and reading and exploring. And I think you see it that way, right? World wonders. And I saw And this is how everything basically started. I was pretty impressed. I was like, wow, this is actually, like, I knew it's beautiful, but you know, when you see, you just need to like see the footage and someone to kind of talk about stuff and put it in a nice way. And this is when my thoughts about Jordan, going to Jordan, actually started. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna spend some time home, so I got nothing else to do. I mean, not that I got nothing else to do, but like, I don't want to go back straight to Ireland. I don't want to go straight back to Ireland and start working again, but I just want to spend like a short time and go see something else and go somewhere where I've never been, and it's not in Europe, because I usually traveled around Europe. So this time I wanted something really, really different. I wanted to kind of get out of my comfort zone and kind of challenge myself. And day after day, it didn't take me long to book a flight and to read everything about Jordan, kind of prepare myself, inform myself, and book some places. And then when I heard about Wadi Rum, I think that's how you say it, Wadi Rum desert, I was like, I have to go there. I have to spend the night in Bedouin camp and just be there in peace and silence. Desert. I always mix these two. Yeah, so I left, it was December, I can't remember the date, but I left in December to go to Jordan by myself. And I would never ever regret it, ever. Like, not that I had thoughts about like, oh, I'm gonna regret this trip, no, but that was really like eye-opening, to go somewhere where the culture is completely different from mine or from everything that I've seen before, and to be there by myself. Like, you cannot really meet a lot of people there because everyone is like, it's big families or a big group of people, and at that time when I was there, it wasn't a lot of tourists. So I did book my accommodation. I kind of knew where I want to go, what I want to see, but I didn't really plan everything to bits. So there was still kind of like freedom left for me to improvise. And yeah, so my first day there was, actually, I had a flight first to Malta. So flight to Malta from my town was, actually from my city, flight to Malta I think was €5. It was really like ridiculous. And then I went from Malta, I spent 2 days there, and then I went to Jordan, to Amman. Just that moment when your airplane is landing, not landing, oh god, what's the word? It's take off, and then I really start using English way more. It's take off and take down. God, my brain. How do you say that? Landing, it's landing, Jesus. So while landing, you could see beautiful, like, empty desert. I don't even know, it's just that Orient exotic feeling I can't even explain that I had when we landed, and just seeing people and the way they're dressed and the way they communicate. I had to take some time to just sit there and kind of absorb everything, observe. And before I left for Jordan, you can book like a Jordan pass online, and that's kind of like a visa. So it allows you to get in the country, and also gives you it's like a pass to all these monuments and Petra as well, and a couple other museums and sites. So I did have that, so I didn't have any problems while being on a checkpoint, actually a passport control, sorry. But it took a little bit longer, so I was like, why are they looking at my passport so long? You know, that was a little bit of a freak out, like, oh, I hope they're not going to take me back, like what's happening? But everything was fine, so I passed and I went to the like main hall. So I waited for my luggage and I sat down there. Like I said, I just wanted to see everything, observe, and kind of just be there, just, you know, exist and look at the people and figure out the next step. So I had a taxi kind of van booked, and it takes you from the airport to the main station in Amman, in the capital. There I had to walk, I can't remember now, I think I had to walk like maybe 15-20 minutes with my luggage up the hill to come to my Airbnb. And the owner was absolutely amazing, like absolutely a great host. There were a couple of people in that place also renting rooms, but it wasn't really booked or full. It was December, so it was kind of off the season. But just being there, so I landed really early in the morning, and then I was in Airbnb around probably 10-11. So when I checked in, I just told the owner, I was like, we're gonna sort everything out later. I really need to lay down a little bit and sleep. I was really tired. And yeah, I mean, when I woke up, it was just, they prepared me food, and it was like hummus, like homemade hummus and pita bread and salads and like a bunch of stuff. And the prayer started outside, and that was really something special and kind of, you know, amazing for me to hear and to be there while and see people actually praying on the streets, like military and police officers and everyone. They would like stop their work and they would just get down on their knees and pray, and just hearing the prayers around the city just gave me goosebumps. I can't explain that. But it was certainly something that I never ever experienced before. So I had my night like in that place, in that Airbnb. I talked to a couple of people, really kind of like superficial, nothing really getting into details, and talking and sitting. The first day was kind of a little bit boring because I was tired, I wanted to sleep, rest a little bit. I had some food, and I also walked down to the city, to the market, to get some food for dinner and maybe get some sweets, traditional sweets. Knafa. You have to try knafa. Knafa it has a little bit of a weird taste.